ago, in a galaxy far, far away, a great adventure took place. It is a period of civil war. Rebel spaceships striking from a hidden base have won their first victory against the evil Galactic Empire. During the battle, rebel spies managed to steal secret plans to the Empire's ultimate weapon, the Death Star, an armored space station with enough power to destroy an entire planet. Pursued by the Empire's sinister agents, Princess Leia races home aboard her starship. Custodian of the stolen plans that can save her people and restore freedom to the galaxy. But Princess Leia's cruiser is no match for the warship which swiftly overtakes her vessel. In moments, Imperial stormtroopers invade the rebel craft with a blaze of laser weapons.
They shut down the main reactor. We'll be destroyed for sure. This is madness. We're doomed. There'll be no escape for the princess this time.
C-3PO, a bronze, human-like robot, frantically searches the battle-torn ship for R2-D2, his stubby mechanical friend. But at that moment, not far away, a desperate Princess Leia hurriedly programs the little robot with secret information. Secret information that could save the rebel cause. Then she disappears into the smoke-filled corridor as 3PO appears.
At last! Where have you been? They're heading in this direction. What are we going to do? We'll be sent to the spice mines of Kessel or smashed into who knows what.
But R2-D2 is already scooting down the sub-hallway, emitting a series of mechanical beeps and chirps that only 3PO can understand. He is nearing a small metal module, the rebel cruiser's escape pod.
Hey, you're not permitted in there. It's restricted. You'll be deactivated for sure. Don't you call me a mindless philosopher, you overweight glob of grease. Now come out before somebody sees you. Secret mission? What plans? What are you talking about? I'm not getting in there. Oh, no. I'm going to regret this.
As the robots escape in the pod, a dark presence enters the ship. The ominous commander of the Imperial forces, Darth Vader, tall and threatening in his black helmet, flowing black cape, and a face forever masked by a foreboding metal breath screen. Darth Vader, a figure who moves forever in a cloud of awesome evil.
The Death Star plans are not in the main computer.
Where are those transmissions you intercepted?
Vader grips the rebel's throat.
We intercepted no transmissions. This is a consular ship. We're on a diplomatic mission. If this is a consular ship, where is the ambassador? Commander, tear this ship apart until you found those plans and bring me the passengers. I want them alive.
Princess Leia is discovered by Vader's stormtroopers.
There's one, set for stun. She'll be all right. Inform Lord Vader we have a prisoner.
Princess Leia is taken before Darth Vader for questioning.
Darth Vader, only you could be so bold. The Imperial Senate will not still for this. When they hear you've attacked a diplomatic...
Don't act so surprised, Your Highness. You weren't on any mercy mission this time. Several transmissions were beamed to the ship by rebel spies. I want to know what happened to the plans they sent you.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm a member of the Imperial Senate on a diplomatic mission to Alderaan.
You are part of a rebel alliance and a traitor. Take her away. Lord Vader, the battle station plans are not aboard this ship, and no transmissions were made. An escape pod was jettisoned during the fighting, but no life forms were aboard. She must have hidden the plans in the escape pod. Send a detachment down to retrieve them. See to it personally, Commander. There will be no one to stop us this time. Yes, sir.
The robot's escape pod lands in the middle of a vast desert on the remote planet of Tatooine. They escape the Imperial forces, but soon face stranger foes. Jawas. Small, yellow-eyed creatures wearing heavy cloaks with hoods scurry like rodents behind the rocks. The greedy little scavengers capture the hapless droids and place them aboard a gargantuan transport vehicle.
We're doomed. You think they'll melt us down?
Meanwhile, Imperial troops discover the abandoned escape pod and begin a relentless hunt for the droids.
Someone was in the pod. The tracks go off in this direction.
As the troops are searching for the droids, the Jawa scrap dealers stop near the small farm homestead of Owen Lars. The burly farmer and his young nephew, Luke Skywalker, inspect the robots for sale, especially R2-D2 and 3PO.
What I really need is a droid who understands the binary language of moisture evaporators.
Evaporators? Sir, my first job was programming binary load lifters, very similar to your evaporators in most respects.
Can you speak Bocce?
Of course I can, sir. It's like a second language to me. I'm a
Yeah, all right, shut up. I'll take this.
Shut up, sir.
Uncle Owen,
Yeah?
what about that one?
What about that blue one? We'll take that one.
I'm quite sure you'll be very pleased with that one, sir. He really is in first-class condition. I've worked with him before. Here he comes.
Okay, let's go.
Luke takes the two robots into the homestead's garage for repairs.
Oh, well, my little friend, got something jammed in here real good. Were you on a Star Cruiser?
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope.
What's this?
A three-dimensional likeness of Princess Leia appears in mid-air, projected by R2-D2.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope.
Who is she? She's beautiful.
I'm afraid I'm not quite sure,
Help
sir.
me, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
He says that he is the property of Obi-Wan Kenobi, a resident of these parts, and it's a private message for him.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. I wonder if he means old Ben Kenobi.
I beg your pardon, sir, but do you know what he's talking about?
Well, I don't know anyone named Obi-Wan, but old Ben lives out beyond the Dune Sea. He's kind of a strange old hermit.
Help me, Obi-Wan
I don't know who
Kenobi.
she is. And wait a minute, where'd she go? Bring her back. Play back the entire message.
What message? The one you've just been playing. The one you're carrying inside your rusty innards.
All right, I'll be right there, Aunt Brew.
I'm sorry, sir, but he appears to have picked up a slight flutter.
Here, see what you can do with him. I'll be right back.
Just you reconsider playing that message for him. No, I don't think he likes you at all. No, I don't like you either.
Luke returns after his midday meal to discover that the little robot has gone off in search of Obi-Wan Kenobi.
That'd be so stupid. He's nowhere in sight.
Pardon me, sir, but couldn't we go after him?
Luke and Ezekiel race above the desert sands and the battered lands below. Soon, they overtake the waddling droid.
Hey, whoa, just where do you think you're going?
But before they can get R2-D2 aboard the land speeder,
What's wrong with them now?
There are several creatures approaching from the southeast.
Sand people. Worse. Come on, let's go have a look. Come on. Well, there are two banthas down there, but I don't see any. Wait a second. They're sand people, all right. I can see one of them now.
the fierce, marginally human creature presses a surprise attack, and in the face of sudden danger, Luke is knocked to the ground. R2-D2 dutifully stands guard over Luke's inert body as the Sand People ransack the speeder, but they are startled by the presence of a hooded and cloaked figure approaching over the dunes, and they flee. Luke opens his eyes as the old man bends over him.
Tell me, young Luke, what brings you out this far? Oh, this little droid. He claims to be the property of an Obi-Wan Kenobi. I think my uncle knows him. He said he was dead. Oh, he's not dead. Not yet. You know him? Well, of course I know him. He's me.
Ben hurries the group into the safety of his small desert house.
You fought in the Clone Wars? Yes. I was once a Jedi Knight, the same as your father. I wish I'd known him. He was the best star pilot in the galaxy. And a cunning warrior. I understand you've become quite a good pilot yourself. And he was a good friend. Which reminds me, I have something here for you. Your father wanted you to have this when you were old enough, but your uncle wouldn't allow it. He feared you might follow old Obi-Wan on some damn fool idealistic crusade like your father did.
Sir, if you'll not be needing me, I'll close down for a while.
Sure, go ahead. What is it? Father's lightsaber. This is the weapon of a Jedi Knight. Not as clumsy or random as a blaster. An elegant weapon for a more civilized age. For over 1,000 generations, the Jedi Knights were the guardians of peace and justice in the old Republic. Before the dark times. Before the Empire.
How did my father die?
A young Jedi named Darth Vader, who was a pupil of mine until he turned to evil, helped the Empire hunt down and destroy the Jedi Knights. He betrayed and murdered your father. Now the Jedi are all but extinct. Vader was seduced by the dark side of the Force.
The Force?
And the Force is what gives a Jedi his power. It's an energy field created by all living things. It surrounds us, it penetrates us, it binds the galaxy together. Now let's see if we can't figure out what you are, my little friend. And where you come from.
I saw part of the message
I seem to have found it.
The image of Princess Leia again appears, projected into space.
General Kenobi, years ago you served my father in the Clone Wars. Now he begs you to help him in his struggle against the Empire. I regret that I am unable to present my father's request to you in person, but my ship has fallen under attack, and I'm afraid my mission to bring you to Alderaan has failed. I have placed information vital to the survival of the rebellion into the memory systems of the SAR-2 unit, my father will know how to retrieve it. You must see this droid safely delivered to him on Alderaan. This is our most desperate hour. Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope.
Ben urges young Luke to join him in rescuing the princess, but Luke hesitates, for Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru need him at home.
Look, I can take you as far as Anchorhead. You can get a transport there to Mos Eisley or wherever you're going.
You must do what you feel is right, of course. While taking Ben to the spaceport, Luke's land speeder comes upon a gruesome scene. The Jawa sandcrawler is devastated, and the bodies of slain Jawas litter the hot sand. Ben realizes it is the work of Imperial stormtroopers who are searching for the missing robots.
If they traced the robots here, they may have learned who they sold them to, and that would lead them back home.
Oh, wait, Luke! It's too dangerous.
But Luke is already in the land speeder and zooming toward home. There, he makes a shattering discovery. The homestead is now a smoking ruin, and worse, he finds the smoldering bodies of Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru. He returns to Ben with the shocking news.
There's nothing you could have done, Luke, had you been there. You'd have been killed, too. And the droids would now be in the hands of the Empire.
Come with you to Alderaan. There's nothing for me here now. I want to learn the ways of the Force and become a Jedi like my father.
Luke, Ben, and the two droids leave the sad scene of destruction and make their way to Mos Eisley Spaceport.
Mos Eisley Spaceport. You will never find the more wretched hive of scum and villainy. We must be cautious.
Luke follows Ben into a murky, smoke-filled den, serving an incredible array of weird and exotic aliens, monsters and disreputable humans, one-eyed, thousand-eyed, slimy, furry, scaly tentacles and claws are huddled over drinks. Ben moves through the dingy room in search of a likely star pilot, while Luke edges up to the long metallic bar. strange, multi-eyed creature and his surly human sidekick approach Luke.
He doesn't like you.
Sorry.
I don't like you either. You just watch yourself. We're wanted men. I have the death sentence on 12 systems.
I'll be careful.
You'll be dead. This little one's not worth the effort. Come, let me get you something.
With one skillful stroke of his lightsaber, Ben slashes the deadly creature, then moves on to the business at hand.
All right.
Chewbacca here. First mate on a ship that might suit us.
Ben introduces Luke to an 8-foot-tall, 200-year-old Wookiee who communicates in a series of grunts and growls. The Wookiee leads them to his captain, a 30-year-old starship smuggler, Han Solo.
Han Solo. I'm captain of the Millennium Falcon. Chewie here tells me you're looking for passage to the Alderaan system.
Yes, indeed. If it's a fast ship.
Fast ship. You've never heard of the Millennium Falcon?
Should I have?
It's a ship that made the Kessel run in less than 12 parsecs. I've outrun Imperial starships, not the local bulk cruisers, mind you. I'm talking about the big Carillion ships now. She's fast enough for you, old man.
We can pay you 2,000 now, plus 15 when we reach Alderaan.
17, huh? Okay, you guys got yourselves a ship. We'll leave as soon as you're ready. Docking Bay 94.
94.
But Alderaan is also the destination of those with a darker purpose. Tarkin and Vader have decided that a demonstration of the full destructive power of the Death Star may persuade the princess to cooperate. Meanwhile, Ben's group has reassembled at a Mos Eisley docking bay to board the Millennium Falcon.
What a piece of junk. She'll make 0.5 past light speed. She may not look like much, but she's got it where it counts, kid. I've made a lot of special modifications myself. But we're a little rushed, so if you'll just get on board, we'll get out of here.
But the Imperial stormtroopers have tracked the robots to the spaceport.
Stop that ship! Blast them!
Han Solo and Chewie exchange blasting laser fire with the troops as the others board the Falcon.
Chewie, get us out of here! Oh, I've forgotten how much I hate space travel.
Like an Imperial cruiser, passengers must be higher than I thought. Try and hold them off, angle a deflector shield while I make the calculations for the jump to light speed. Stay sharp, there's two more coming in. They're gonna try and cut us off.
Why didn't you outrun him? I thought you said this thing was fast.
Watch your mouth, kid, or you're gonna find yourself floating home. We'll be safe enough once we make the jump to hyperspace. Besides, I know a few maneuvers. We'll lose them. The fun begins. How long before you can make the jump to light speed? Take a few moments to get the coordinates from the nav computer.
Idiots are right there gaining.
Traveling through hyperspace ain't like dust and crops, boy. Without precise calculations, we'd fly right through a star or bounce too close to a supernova and then it end your trip real quick, wouldn't it?
What's that flashing?
Listen to the deflector shield. Don't trap yourselves in. I'm gonna make the jump to light speed.
The Millennium Falcon has leaped to light speed and safety. But the object of its mission, Princess Leia, is in grave danger aboard the Death Star. Tarkin attempts to force the information from her with a terrible threat.
Princess Leia, before your execution, I would like you to be my guest at a ceremony that will make this battle station operational. Since you are reluctant to provide us with the location of the rebel base, I have chosen to test this station's destructive power on your home planet of Alderaan.
No. Alderaan is peaceful. We have no weapons. You can't.
You will
possibly-
prefer another target, a military target, then name the system. Tired of asking this, so it'll be the last time. Where is the rebel base?
Dantooine. They're on Dantooine.
There. You see, Lord Vader, she can be reasonable. Continue with the operation. You may fire when ready.
What?
You're far too trusty. Dantooine is too remote to make an effective demonstration, but don't worry. We will deal with your rebel friends soon enough.
Commence primary ignition.
The awesome power of the battle station lasers instantly reduces the planet of Alderaan to pulverized space dust. A cataclysmic disaster that Ben Kenobi can sense even from far away aboard the Millennium Falcon.
Are you all right? What's wrong?
I felt a great disturbance in the Force, as if millions of voices suddenly cried out in terror and were suddenly silenced. I fear something terrible has happened. You better get on with your exercises.
Luke continues practicing with his Jedi lightsaber. He tries to strike a small metallic ball which maneuvers elusively. Luke cannot make contact.
Remember, a Jedi can feel the Force flowing through him.
You mean he controls your actions?
Partially, but it also obeys your commands. This time, let go your conscious self and act on instinct.
With the blast shield down, I can't even see. How am I supposed to fight?
Your eyes can deceive you. Don't trust them. Stretch out with your feelings.
Luke assumes a frozen stance, and the remote target makes another pass. Luke deflects the bolts with swift strokes of the saber.
See? You can do it.
Looks like we're coming up on Alderaan.
You know, I did feel something. I could almost see the remote.
That's good. You've taken your first step into a larger world.
But aboard the Death Star battle station, Princess Leia may be a step closer to execution.
Yes? Our scout ships have reached Dantooine. They found the remains of a rebel base, but they estimate that it has been deserted for some time.
She lied. She lied to us.
I told you she would never consciously betray the rebellion.
Terminate her immediately.
Meanwhile, the Millennium Falcon comes out of hyperspace near the coordinates where Alderaan once existed. But Solo and the others are in for a shock.
Stand by, Chewie. Here we go. Cutting the sublight engines.
We come out of hyperspace into a meteor shower, some kind of asteroid collision. Not on any of the charts. What's going on?
Our position's correct, except no Alderaan.
What do you mean? Where is it?
That's what I'm trying to tell you, kid. It ain't there. It's been totally blown away.
What? How?
Destroyed by the Empire.
The entire Starfleet couldn't destroy the whole planet. It'd take 1,000 ships with more firepower than I've... There's another ship coming in.
Look at him. He's heading for that small moon.
I think I can get him before he gets there. He's almost in range.
That's no moon. It's a space station.
Why are we still moving towards it? We're caught in a tractor beam that's pulling us in.
There's gotta be something you can do.
There's nothing I can do about it, kid. I'm full power. I'm gonna have to shut down. They're not gonna get me without a fight.
But there are alternatives to fighting.
As the helpless pirate ship is pulled steadily toward the evil metal moon, Solo and his passengers hide in cleverly concealed smuggling compartments. The immense size of the battle station is staggering, and the mile-high docking port doors yawn slowly open.
Clear Bay 327. We're opening the magnetic field.
Its markings match those of a ship that blasted its way out of Mos Eisley.
They must be trying to return the stolen plans to the princess. She may yet be of some use to us.
Unlock 1, 5, 7, and 9 release chocks. 316 report to control.
There's no one on board, sir. According to the log, the crew abandoned ship right after takeoff.
Send a scanning crew aboard. I want every part of this ship checked.
Yes, sir.
I sense something. A presence I've not felt since...
Solo and his passengers cautiously emerge from the Millennium Falcon. They quickly overcome 2 troopers standing guard and steal their uniforms. Luke and Han Solo enter the corridor dressed as Imperial stormtroopers. The robots lead them to one of the battle station system's control terminals.
We found the computer outlet, sir.
Plug in. You should be able to interpret the entire Imperial network.
He says he's found the main controls to the power beam that's holding the ship here. A power loss at one of the terminals will allow the ship to leave.
I don't think you boys can help. I must go alone. Your destiny lies along a different path from mine. The Force will be with you. Always.
As Ben leaves, R2 discovers a staggering piece of information. Princess Leia is being held in the Death Star's detention block, and 3PO's interpretation ends on a chilling note.
I'm afraid she's scheduled to be terminated.
No. Better her than me.
She's rich.
Rich.
Rich, powerful. Listen, if you were to rescue her, the reward would be...
What?
well, more wealth than you can imagine.
I don't know. I can imagine quite a bit.
You'll get it. And better.
Still in troopers' uniforms, Luke and Han move to the detention center, with Chewbacca posing as a prisoner. Once inside, they overpower the guard and begin their search for the princess.
We gotta find out which cell this princess of yours is in. Here it is. 2187. You go and get her. I'll hold him here.
The guard's communicator beeps, and Han must answer the call.
Everything's under control. Situation normal.
Who is this? What's your operating number?
Han answers the question with a blast from his laser pistol.
Boring conversation anyway.
But Luke ignores the warning and continues to Leah's cell. There, the sleeping princess stirs and faces Luke.
It's a little short for a stormtrooper.
Huh? Oh, the uniform.
I'm Luke Skywalker. I'm here to rescue you.
You're who?
I'm here to rescue you. I've got your R2 unit. I'm here with Ben Kenobi.
Ben Kenobi, where is he?
Come on.
Reports of the princess's attempted escape soon reached the ears of Governor Tarkin and Lord Vader.
Governor Tarkin, we have an emergency alert in detention block AA-23.
The princess? Put all sections on alert.
Obi-Wan is here. The Force is with him.
But you're right. He must not be allowed to escape.
Escape is not his plan. I must face him alone.
In another part of the battle station, Solo, Luke, and Princess Leia find themselves trapped.
Can't get out that way.
Looks like you managed to cut off our only escape route.
Maybe you'd like it back in your cell, Your Highness. I can't hold off forever. Now what?
This is our rescue. When you came in here, didn't you have a plan for getting out?
He's the brain, sweetheart.
Why didn't?
What the hell are you doing?
Somebody has to save our skins.
The princess blasts a hole in the metal bulkhead.
Into the flyboy.
Get in there! Get in there, you big furry oaf! I don't care what you smell! Get in there! Don't worry about
The four fugitives tumble down a dark chute, find themselves in a large room filled with garbage and muck.
Garbage. Really wonderful idea. What an incredible smell you've discovered.
It could be worse.
It's worse.
Suddenly, the walls begin to rumble and close relentlessly in. The fugitives are trapped in a huge garbage compactor.
The walls are moving.
Just stand there, try and brace it with something.
Wait a minute.
3PO! Come in, 3PO! 3PO! Get on top!
Can't.
Where could he be? 3PO! One thing's for sure, we're all gonna be a lot thinner.
R2-D2 and 3PO stand by at the control center.
Thank goodness they haven't found them. Where could they be?
use the comlink? Oh my, I forgot. I turned it off. Are you there, sir? 3PO? We've had some problems.
Will you shut up and listen to me? Shut down all the garbage mashers on the detention level, will ya? Do you copy? Shut down all the garbage mashers on the detention level. Shut down all the garbage mashers on the detention level.
No! Shut them all down! Hurry!
R2-D2 feeds the information to the main computer, and below deck, the deadly walls shudder to a halt. Ben has finally reached the computer regulating the tractor beam which holds their ship prisoner. After adjusting the terminal, the old Jedi edges his way into the shadows, unnoticed by stormtrooper guards. Meanwhile, the others move into position to make their run for the Millennium Falcon and freedom.
There she is.
C-3PO, do you copy?
Yes, sir.
Are you safe?
For the moment. We're in the main hangar across the ship.
We're right above you. Stand by.
You came in that thing? You're braver than I thought.
Nice. Come on.
It's them. Blast them. Get back to the city! Come back!
But the Lone Star pilot is off after the troopers, with Chewie chasing behind him. The two race down a sub-hallway towards the main hangar, with Vader's men in rapid pursuit.
We think they may be splitting up. They may be on level 5 and 6 now, sir. Close the blast doors! Open the blast doors! Open the blast doors!
Ben has made his way to the tunnels leading to the starship hangar. As he is about to emerge, a dark and ominous presence appears.
I've been waiting for you, Obi-Wan. We meet again at last. The circle is now complete. When I left you, I was but the learner. Now I am the master. Only a master of evil,
The galactic warriors ignite their laser swords and begin combat. But Ben seems to be under increasing pressure and strain, as if an invisible weight were pressing upon him.
Your powers are weak, old man.
You can't win, Darth. If you strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you can possibly imagine.
With that, he lunges at the Dark Knight, who checks the blow with a lightning move, and the duel continues with swords flashing.
You should not come back.
The powerful adversaries seem even in mass, each one deflecting the furious death blows of the other. At that moment, Han and Chewie burst through the tunnel within sight of the Millennium Falcon.
Can we just leave this party? What kept you?
We ran into some old friends.
Is she alright? Seems okay if we can get to it. Just hope the old man got the tractor beam out of commission.
But Luke spots another problem as stormtroopers appear across the hangar.
Look! Come on, R2. We're going.
Now's our chance. Go.
Ben?
As they race to the ship, Luke catches sight of Ben and freezes just as Vader's sword strikes the old master. But the Dark Knight has no victim. Ben has disappeared. Only his empty cloak remains. But Luke continues to fire at Vader's troops as the others board the ship.
Run, Luke, run!
Luke heeds the voice of the Jedi Master and runs aboard.
I hope that old man got that tractor beam out of commission, or this is gonna be a real short trip. Okay, hit it!
The Falcon accelerates into space, but now Luke and Leia must fight off attacking Imperial fighters.
Here they come.
They're coming in too fast!
But even as they make their escape, Solo and the others do not realize they are only pawns in a much larger game. A game being controlled by Tarkin and Vader.
Are they away?
You've just made the jump into hyperspace.
You're sure the Hermine beacon is secure aboard their ship? I'm taking an awful risk, Vader. This had better work.
Unaware that the Millennium Falcon is leading the battle station to the rebel base, Solo is delighted with his handiwork.
Not a bad bit of rescue, huh? You know, sometimes I amaze even myself.
That doesn't sound too hard. They let us go. It's the only explanation for the ease of our escape.
Easy? You call that easy?
They're tracking us.
Not this ship, sister.
At least the information in R2 is still intact.
What's so important? What's he carrying?
The technical readouts of that battle station. I only hope that when the data's analyzed, a weakness can be found. It's not over yet.
The starship begins orbit of the fourth moon of Yavin, home of the secret rebel base. On landing, the group is met in an armored speeder which takes them to the spaceport erected inside the ancient remains of a massive temple. An eerie mist shrouds the forest of gigantic trees. The rebel commander rushes to greet them.
You're safe. When we heard about Alderaan, we feared the worst.
We have no time for a SARS commander. You must use the information in this R2 unit to help plan the attack. It's our only hope.
Rebel technicians pour over the information stored in the little robot. And indeed, they do find what could be a serious flaw in the Death Star's design. Later, General Dodonna, chief strategist for the rebel forces, explains the defect to his starship pilots.
Its defenses are designed around a direct, large-scale assault. A small, one-man fighter should be able to penetrate the outer defense. The target area is only 2 meters wide. It's a small thermal exhaust port right below the main port. The shaft leads directly to the reactor system. A precise hit will start a chain reaction which should destroy the station. Only a precise hit will set up a chain reaction. The shaft is ray-shielded, so you'll have to use proton torpedoes.
That's impossible, even for a computer. It's not impossible. I used to bullseye womp rats in my T-16 back home. They're not much bigger than 2 meters.
Then man your ships, and may the Force be with you.
The Death Star has tracked the battered pirate starship to the rebel outpost.
Orbiting the planet at maximum velocity. The moon with the rebel base will be in range in 30 minutes.
This will be a day long remembered. It has seen the end of Kenobi and will soon see the end of the rebellion.
With no time to waste, the rebel flight crews hasten their departure.
All flights, man your station. All flights, man your station.
So, you got your reward and you're just leaving then?
That's right, yeah. I got some old debts I gotta pay off with this stuff. Even if I didn't, you don't think I'd be fool enough to stick around here, do you?
Why'd you come with us? Pretty good enough fight. Could use you. Come on. Why don't you take a look around? You know what's about to happen, what they're up against. They could use a good pilot like you. You're turning your back on them. What good's the reward if you ain't around to use it? Besides, attacking that battle station ain't my idea of courage. It's more like suicide. All right. Well, take care of yourself, hon. But I guess that's what you're best at, isn't it? Hey, Luke. May the Force be with you. What are you looking at? I know what I'm doing.
All pilots to your station. Open main launch tube.
Crewmen ready the ships, and R2 is lowered into position in Luke's fighter.
This R2 unit of yours seems a bit beat up. You want a new one? Not on your life. That little droid and I have been through a lot together. You okay, R2? Good. Okay, easy she goes.
Hang on tight, R2. You've got to come back. You wouldn't want my life to get boring, would you?
Luke throttles forward to full power, and the sleek fighter takes off as he seems to hear the voice of old Ben Kenobi.
Luke, the Force will be with you.
Stand by alert. Death Star approaching.
All wings report in.
Red 10 standing by.
Red 7 standing by.
Red 3 standing by.
Red 6 standing by.
Red 9 standing by.
Red 2 standing by.
Red 11 standing by.
Red 5 standing by.
Lock air spoils in attack position.
We're passing through the magnetic field.
Hold tight.
Switch your deflectors on double front.
Look at the size of that thing.
Cut the channel, Red 2.
Accelerate to attack speed.
In the Death Star's command post, Lord Vader's aide calls attention to an annoying problem.
We count 30 rebel ships, Lord Vader. But they're so small they're evading our turbo lasers.
We'll have to destroy them ship to ship. Get the crews to their fighters.
The rebel base will be in firing range in 7 minutes.
Trust your feelings.
Squad leaders, we've picked up a new group of signals. Enemy fighters coming your way.
My scope's negative. I don't see anything.
Take up your visual scanning.
Here they come.
Watch it, you've got one on your tail.
Watch your back. Watch your back. Fighters, but they're coming in.
I'm hit, but not bad. R2, see what you can do with it. Hang on back there.
Red 6, use the red hawk.
Thanks, Wedge.
Good shooting, Wedge. Red Leader, this is Gold Leader. We're starting our attack run. I copy, Gold Leader. Move into position. Switch to targeting computer.
Computer's locked. Getting a signal. The guns, they've stopped.
Analyze their attack, sir, and there is a danger. Should I have your ship standing by?
Evacuate? In our moment of triumph? I think you overestimate their chances.
Rebel base, 3 minutes and closing.
Red boys, this is Red Leader. Rendezvous at Mark 6.1. Luke, take Red 2 and 3. Hold up here and wait for my signal to start your run. This is it.
We should be able to see it by now.
Keep your eyes open for those fighters.
There's too much interference. Red 5, can you see him from where you are?
No sign of any. Wait, coming in .35.
I see them.
I'm in range. Target's coming up. Almost there. It's away!
It's a hit.
Negative. It didn't go in. Just impacted on the surface. Get set up for your attack run!
Rebel base, 1 minute and closing.
Big Wedge, let's close it up. We're going in full throttle. That'll keep those fighters off our back.
Right with you, boss.
Luke, at that speed, will you be able to pull out in time?
Be just like Beggar's Canyon back home.
We'll stay back far enough to cover you.
Fighters coming in .3.
Hurry, Luke, they're coming in much faster this time. We can't hold them.
R2 trying to increase the power.
Rebel base, 30 seconds and closing.
I'm on the leader.
Hang on, R2.
Use the Force, Luke. Let go, Luke. The Force is strong with this one. Luke, trust me.
His computer's off. Luke, you switched off your targeting computer. What's wrong?
Nothing. I'm all right.
Luke presses on. realizing his is a race to the death. He must destroy this metallic monster of malevolent evil before it can use its overwhelming firepower to annihilate the rebel base. He has but seconds.
I've lost our cue!
The Death Star has cleared the planet. Rebel base in range.
You may fire when ready.
Commence primary ignition.
Luke's starship speeds through the metallic trench. The young pilot is unaware of the danger about him. Darth Vader lines up on his target.
I have you now.
His wingman's TIE fighter disintegrates.
What?
A clumsy pirate ship careens down and fires once again.
Look out!
Lord Vader's fighter goes out of control and spins helplessly toward deep space. Luke then hears the familiar voice of Han Solo.
You're all clear, kid! Now let's blow this thing and go home!
Luke remembers the lessons of Ben Kenobi. He pushes aside the target visor and closes his eyes, as if in touch with something unseen. He touches a control, and his last torpedo flies free. The menacing Death Star has exploded in a blinding light more powerful than 100 suns.
Great shot, kid! That was 1 in a million!
Remember, the Force will be with you, always.
Luke returns in triumph to the rebel base and is reunited with Han and Princess Leia.
I didn't do it. Well, I was gonna let you get all the credit and take all the reward.
The blackened and battered R2-D2 is removed from Luke's starship.
Oh no. Oh my. R2, can you hear me? Say something. You can repair him, can't you?
We'll get to work on him right away.
You must repair him. Sir, if any of my circuits or gears will help, I'll gladly donate them.
You'll be all right.
Later, in the main temple of the huge ruins, hundreds of troops line up. Banners are flying, and at the far end stands a vision in white. Princess Leia. Luke and the others march up the long aisle to stand before the smiling princess. From one side of the temple waddles R2-D2, fully repaired. He stands beside 3PO and a confused Chewbacca. Leia rises and places a gold medallion around Han's neck, then does the same for Luke. They all turn to face the assembled troops, who bow reverently before them. It is a day to be long remembered, a day of hope for peace and justice throughout the galaxy.
Remember, the Force will be with you, always.